back to the Daily Grind. Thanks for checking out the channel. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back pickle biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
Dana White, El Jefe, has spoken, yo. And we all know when Dana White speaks, what he says goes. Alright, jokes aside, check this out. Dana White came out and said Chris Cyborg versus Amanda Nunes is next. And on top of that, he said Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Tony Ferguson will likely be for the real title, not the interim title, before Conor McGregor comes back. And if that's the case, how would that happen? How could Khabib and Tony fight for the real title if Tony's the interim champion? You got that right. If the UFC strips Conor McGregor of his lightweight title due to inactivity, due to wanting to spend his money, call it what you want. But the fact is, it's going on 14 months since Conor McGregor has last defended his UFC lightweight belt. Oh wait, never mind. It's going on like 25 years since Conor's actually defended his belt. I forgot. He's never done that. But what I meant to say was, it's going on about 14 months since Conor McGregor won his lightweight title from Eddie Alvarez at UFC 205, Madison Square Garden, way back there in 2016. Welcome to 2018, and it's looking like Dana White saying, yo, I hear you and all, I know you want to spend your money and all, and I know Tony Ferguson's been on your neck talking about defend or vacate, and I tried to stave him off a little, because you guys remember, Dana White literally, just like last week, said the people that want to see Conor McGregor stripped are haters. He also said, like a week before that, Tony Ferguson had no business, like, essentially telling Conor McGregor to defend or vacate. We're all like, huh? Dude ain't won, he won his belt in 2016. It's 2018. Of course he should be talking about defend or vacate. You got an interim champion. You got a #1 fucking contender that could be either champion, Khabib Nurmagomedov, on top of Eddie Alvarez, who lost his title, but now he's coming off of an impressive win, on top of all of these other lightweights that are waiting to fucking move around in this division. But with Conor McGregor at the top, just holding on to that belt, not fighting, it's a logjam. And that is really why, if you go back and check out why the UFC stripped Conor McGregor of his 145-pound title, it's because of inactivity and causing a logjam at 145 pounds, which is now happening at 155 pounds as Conor McGregor continues to transcend MMA and transcend, sports, essentially, because he's a pop star now, damn near, but probably gonna be in a movie and type stuff. But with all that being said, that's fine. Conor, go do your thug dizzle. I'll be waiting for Conor to come back to MMA whenever he does. But as long as he's okay with giving up that title, and it doesn't even matter if he's okay, he doesn't have to vacate, they can strip him. Because check this out, to the people who have been telling me since I've been saying this, hey, Conor's probably going to be getting stripped of his title. It's the only thing that makes sense. There's no way Tony Ferguson is going to defend his interim title versus Khabib. It's just not going to happen. So there's going to be that logjam until Conor defends, vacates, or gets stripped. Now, to all the people that say, fuck that, Conor should never get stripped, why would the UFC strip Conor? Check this out, because for one, there's a lightweight division, and for two, if Conor wants that belt, when he comes back, check this out, let Tony Ferguson and Khabib fight for the real title. Conor gets stripped or vacates, Conor's not a champion anymore, Tony Ferguson is the active lightweight champion, and he defends his title versus Khabib. Now check this out, winner of that fight, the winner of Ferguson and Khabib, fights Conor for the belt if that's what Conor wants. Whether Conor is stripped or not, if he fights Khabib or Tony Ferguson, he's going to be essentially defending that belt because he got stripped, but he's still fighting the #1 contender. That's what people really want from Conor McGregor. I don't think it's the technicality of, no, we want to see you as the champion walk into the octagon and defend. They want to see Conor McGregor beat a legit #1 contender after being the champion, which would be Tony Ferguson or Khabib. Now, the only reason he's not doing that right now, allegedly, is because he's wanting to spend all of the money he won in the Floyd Mayweather fight, which is also why he hasn't fought MMA in over 12 months. But with that being said, the sport of MMA and the organization of the UFC does need to move on. Now, with that being said, all that aside, Dana White also did bring up one other thing, and that is Chris Cyborg versus Amanda Nunes is next. Now, the thing about Chris Cyborg versus Amanda Nunes is, this would be champion versus champion, and this would be for the baddest woman on the planet, because Chris Cyborg, dominant force at 145 pounds. It's looking like there's nobody that can touch her. Amanda Nunes, you can say the same thing, but about 135 pounds. She's even got 2 wins over Valentina Shevchenko, which is very, very impressive. We saw what Valentina Shevchenko did to Holly Holm. We saw what Chris Cyborg did to Holly Holm. So Valentina was able to I don't want to say make easy work, but Valentina was able to beat Holly Holm more one-sided than you usually see a Holly Holm fight go, and Chris Cyborg beat Holly Holm. So the thing about that is Amanda Nunes, you know, would be going up to 145 pounds, and she did say before the fight, yo, I want to fight the winner of Cyborg Holm next. That's what we're working on. And some of you guys remember, I said I hope you keep that same energy if Cyborg wins. Now that Cyborg wins, Dana White is saying Cyborg versus Nunes is next, but I believe Chris Cyborg and Amanda Nunes, I don't want to say they're backing away from this fight, but Chris Cyborg did say she would rather fight a non-Brazilian, and that's kind of interesting. But you hear that like with Derek Lewis, you know, he said people like to see fucking black on black crime. That's why they try and book him versus black dudes. But you know, it's just interesting to see Chris Cyborg come, and I know that's not true. That's all just whatever the fuck. But what I'm saying is, it's interesting to see Chris Cyborg say, you know, I kind of don't want to fight Nunes because she's Brazilian, but if that's the next fight, I'm definitely down. But with that being said, I hope that's the fight. It'll be champion versus champion. As much as I fucking love Amanda Nunes, I just feel like that's the fight that has to happen, because Amanda Nunes is kind of in a Tyron Woodley situation. There's not really a clear-cut #1 contender. Of course, people will fight you just to say they fought for the title, but as far as who's going to beat Amanda Nunes anytime soon, it's not very clear. There's no one you look at in the bantamweight division like, yeah, if she gets a title shot, she's about to win. Same with Tyron Woodley. There's nobody you look at in the welterweight division. I don't care about the prospects. You all know I love the up-and-coming prospects, but that doesn't mean I'm going to pick them over Tyron Woodley tomorrow. I love Kobe Covington's entertainment. That doesn't mean I think he can beat Tyron Woodley. I love Darren Till. I know he's a world beater. That doesn't mean I believe he can beat Tyron Woodley tomorrow. Next year, probably smoking the world. But what I'm saying is, tomorrow, I don't see anybody in their division beating Amanda Nunes or Tyron Woodley. So that's why moving up makes some sense, especially for Amanda Nunes, who would only have to move up 10 pounds. Tyron Woodley to go up to 185. He said he would have fought GSP, of course, a former welterweight, but that's because, or even Bisping, he would have went up to fight Bisping as well. But the thing is, Tyron Woodley is jumping 15 pounds as to where Amanda Nunes, if she wanted to fight Cyborg, she would just have to cut 10 less. So would be a dope fight. I'm sure Cyborg would be the favorite. It would be champion versus champion. And if both of these people have okayed the fight, Cyborg said, I don't really want to, but I'll do it. And Nunes said, I want the winner. So with that being said, it is what it is. Dana White spoken. He said Khabib versus Ferguson is likely to happen before McGregor. And if that's the case, he said if Conor McGregor does not want to return till March, he will be stripped of the title. And he didn't even say the word stripped. It's funny. He said, no, Ferguson versus Nurmagomedov will be for the real title, not the interim. But he didn't use the word stripped. But essentially, you guys get the point. With that being said, it is what it is. Thanks for checking out this video. One quick update for the full-time family. I've been trying to hit up fucking my boy, not my boy, I don't know him, but you get the point. I've been trying to hit up Felony Charles Bennett in the comments. You know, he live streamed at like fucking 5 in the morning last night. I was up like 1 after that joint. I commented like 3 times, let him know I'm trying to get a hold of him for the interview. You know, he said he would do it and stuff, but he deleted one of my comments and joints. So, I mean, anybody who knows Felony Charles Bennett knows that I got my fucking work cut out of me trying to get an interview with this guy, but I can't wait, man, because I actually got, you feel like we can have a good conversation, not just a random ass corny interview. You know, if you watch some of Felony Charles Bennett, and people don't really know how to talk to him, they don't know how to interview him when he's going somewhere, they don't know where to take it. Like, that would not happen with me, bro. I'm telling you, I would take a Felony Charles Bennett conversation. It would be fun, and I wouldn't even have to bring up fucking the Candyman. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, it is what it is. I've hit up Felony Charles Bennett for the interview. I seen my boy Seismic Shock over there. Stewie's over there trying to get him to do it. But it is what it is, man. It might take some time. His fight's coming up February 8th. We still got a month. And even if we can't get an interview before then, hopefully we can get it after that. And if we never get it, it is what it is. Because I still interview Sean O'Malley. Fuck you, Time Back. With that being said, it is what it is. Let the full-time family know what you're talking about in the comments. I'm out.
Da 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 da. It's the motherfucking DOWG.